Hey, welcome in, folks. This is Babbaginator. We're in the long dark. Currently, Ian Keeper's Pass, getting ready to leave. We've officially hit the 7-day mark, which means we are ready to go. Time to go to TV next. But you can hear the wind blowing out there, so... it's not too bad. Okay. Let's start a fire here, pull some more torches, get ready to go. So it's pretty much a straight shot into PV.
Come on, little fire.
Once again, a failed attempt. We really need to level up our fire starting.
Come on, little fire.
Gotta be close to leveling up here.
That didn't work. Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy. Come on, little fire. Come on.
It's really cold out though. How are we doing for water? You know what? Why don't we just boil some water right now?
Gotta warm up somehow.
Wow. Not helpful. Blizzard is not helpful.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
What do we got for teas? Not a lot.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
There's part of me that just wants to leave. But it will mean...
This is so cold. I want to lay down for a bit.
Yeah, it will definitely mean we will have a harder time staying warm. But if we leave when it's too late, it'll just be dark out. I don't like my options. Regardless, we lose the fire here. I guess actually we'll leave these out here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
See how it looks. How lucky do we feel? Do we feel like we can make it? Okay, we'll risk it. Another... It's just bad out there. Well... Okay, we get out of here. Okay, we are out of Keeper's Pass.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
We have hit Pleasant Valley, and we are about to find out how long we're going to be here. So... Is it 7? It says 3. It's a 3. Yeah, I really should do something about the transparency here. I feel like yeah, it says 3. It's very faint, but you can see it. We're not going to stray from the road too far. We've got to focus on getting safety. Okay, let's start moving. Essentially, if we keep on this road, should be able to find shelter.
If I don't warm up soon.
Okay. Okay, made shelter.
Sure I can carry much more.
Oh, it's -4 in here. I'm not going to be warm. It's because everything we own is ice cold. Oh, lucky us.
I'll take it.
Oh, more matches too. Okay. Definitely score. That's 2. What if we rest here for an hour?
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
How lucky do we think we are going to be here?
Oh, so cold. It's getting dark out here. I'll look for shelter.
Okay. Made it to shelter.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Ooh, pancakes. Pancakes are in the mix. Okay, so just for the record, we've got 3 days here, which means we leave on day 10. I mean, we could go to Ash Canyon, Timberwolf Mountain, Ash Canyon next.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Don't need the salt.
This will come in handy.
Probably not.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Of course, if we were to happen to find the hammer while we were here, then go forge. I guess we should probably make a note of that here.
Pack is getting too
Do I
heavy to
have to
carry.
eat? No, we're too low level to make pancakes. Finally.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Mm. Yeah, I was really hoping there would be Mackinac there, but there wasn't. Can't be lucky every time. Okay, let's figure out what we can eat. Welcome in, lurkers. I'm Babbage. We are in the Long Dark, currently doing our Roll With It challenge. Currently in PV for, as it turns out, 3 days. We'll leave on day 10. We're on day 7, almost day 8. Okay, let's figure out what we can do here. It's pretty crappy. Let's see. We finally have a coat. We'll take that. If you're curious as to what we're doing, here's the full description of the challenge, and here's a little bit about myself. Oh, it's new. Perfect.
Can you eat trees?
We want to get some leather to fix these guys up. Do we think it's worth it to risk these? Okay. A little better projection.
Man, I could eat anything.
So as you might infer, since we have the whatchamacallit? What are we calling this thing? Ballistic vest. Since we had the ballistic vest on, that we started in Blackrock. We started in Blackrock and got 6 days there, and that is a rough start for Interloper, and a really rough start for this challenge. But we made it out, and then we had 1 day in Keeper's Pass, so we had to run like crazy to get through Keeper's Pass. Okay, let's harvest this guy.
Never thought I'd be dying from starvation.
Just doing a little work here to get ourselves set up so we can be speedy through here. Okay, so now we're officially into day 8. Which means we have spent one out of 3 days here. Can't stay here forever. Gotta keep moving. Wind sounds like it's sufficiently down.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
This looks good. So we've got a couple options here. We could go plane crash. And we go up to Thompson's. I think we do crash first, try to improve our clothing situation. We're still pretty light on clothes. And we have all our pots and pans. Okay, perfect. I think from here we go coastal highway. So PV, and then we do it's the connector cave, right? Yeah, it's the mine. We go through the mine. Heavy, are we? But I think we gamble. We try to get to Coastal Highway in the hopes of finding a hammer somewhere between here and Coastal Highway. And aim to forge in Desolation Point. Get back. Early through that whole stretch would be better, because we really don't want to get stuck in Crumbling Highway. Well, I guess there's beachcombing now, so it's not too bad, but really that's like a section we'd rather be able to race through early. This wind's a real problem. 10. It's not bad, but really we need much better clothing. Worried about this. What are we doing? I don't like this. Not a lot of time. I think we'll probably have to skip the, oh, there's all sorts of stuff we're going to have to skip.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah. I know. I don't think he ever has anything. No. We'll have to make some more torches in the cave. So I had a couple nights off that, well, it just kind of worked out that way. I think I streamed Wednesday night. Thursday night I was supposed to be playing or running a D&D game, but there was some last minute cancellations, and in the end we ended up canceling. I took the night off from streaming, but I probably should have streamed that night.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
That's an improvement. Friday night, I normally would be streaming, and for some reason I just kind of was not up for it, so I didn't. And Saturdays I have my...
Come on, Loper. Come on.
I have another D&D game that I play in, and it finishes at 7, and then I started this one, this stream, a little bit after 8:45. So yeah. So I don't know if it'll be that long of a stream. We're already almost an hour in, but just thinking in terms of usually I'm up early on Sundays. Well, not super early, but early enough. I like to get my sleep. I was up early this morning because I was supposed to be hosting a Zoom call, a Zoom meeting, but none of the participants showed up, which was really lame. Hosted an event no one came for. Well, it's a monthly meetup for writers internationally, but some months people are very busy. Okay, over here, we can get at least some feathers. Ooh. Got maple saplings. This one, oh, we have birch saplings we got put down. So we maple and birch saplings to go. Now let's go up here, check out the plane crash, see if we can get some better clothing.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Yeesh. I think we might make it to the Prepper's cache bunker if we're lucky. Or I might have to settle for skeeters. See how long it takes us to go through here.
I'll take it.
We'll take those.
I think I can use this.
Uh-oh.
This will come in handy.
At this level, it's actually not worth searching. Yeah, these guys are always empty. At least on Interloper. Okay. So I got about another half an hour in me, I think. Yep, tempting, but no. Okay.
Starting to feel numb. Too cold to think.
Let's get this thing going.
I've never felt so cold in my life. It's dusk, so night can't be far behind. This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Quiet tonight. Couple lurkers here and there, but no one chatting with me.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, so this turns out to be unnecessary. Spend the morning darning our socks.
I need to find food.
Ah, once again, I forgot to leave the things out to cure. Okay. Leave half here.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, quick check on the cave. See if we can pick up a little bit more coal. And then try to make it to next stop. Whew.
I could eat a horse. Let's see him a lot, because I love horses.
Thermostat. Okay. How are we doing now? We are on day 9. Starting to run low on time.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, let's dump everything down at Cure. Another 7 matches. Hey, Roller! Yeah, you almost did. We're winding down. Probably got another 20 minutes. We made it out of Keeper's Pass. We made it into Pleasant Valley. We rolled a 3. We are on day 9, so we're effectively 2 days. Oops, 2 days down. We're almost on the way out of PV. I think the goal is to still looking for a hammer, but our goal is to probably go to Coastal Highway and then Desolation Point for Forge, provided we find the hammer. Hello, buddy. So how was your weekend?
Come on, little fire.
It's been kind of all over the place for me. My Thursday night game had a little setback when two of our players had an emergency come up and they were unable to join, which led to a postponement for another week. Oh, we didn't need to put that in there. That was kind of overkill. So regrettably, I did not get to play or run any D&D on Wednesday. On Thursday. I did get to play D&D today. And I kind of took my Thursday. No. Flare, finally. Let's see. Yeah, Thursday night, I just took the night off. No D&D, no stream. And then Friday, I probably should have streamed, but I didn't.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
So, I streamed tonight. Using cards and Jenga to determine storytelling. Interesting. We can dunk that. The tower fell. I feel like you were setting that up to be the song instead, right? Tried so hard. Got so far. But in the end, it didn't really matter. Oh. Unless you rig the deck. There are rules that allow you to move cards in play. Did that dramatically alter the storyline, or how'd that work?
I'm not going to be able to carry this.
I don't like this. Oh, yeah, we still have that up, don't we? Just floating in the sky. Traveling's gonna suck. So I think we'll end up dumping a lot of fuel at the fireplace. The iron at the wood stove. We'll leave most of it behind. I was really hoping to make it to Milton, but I don't know if the weather's going to cooperate. Not Milton, to what's it called? Little town. Thompson's Crossing. I'm not liking this. Yep, that's not good. Too windy. Yeah. We might have to do a night walk. I'm not happy about that. Or the wind could die. Okay. Let's take advantage of this. We're going to dump all our extra fuel here. Just take what we need. Yeah, we do have crackers. I just ran out of space when I added the ptarmigan, and I mean, I don't think we're ever going to hunt cougar in this. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay. Now we could go the roundabout way, but I think we're just going to cut through here. Now the wind's died down. I think we're going to skip Thompson's Crossing, to at least the easy route. Not the easy route, but we'll go this route. I'll follow the road. Ooh. So I finally got my haircut this morning after almost a month and a half, close to 2 months of not getting my haircut. And it was so nice to finally get rid of all like the weight in the back, just looking really shaggy. Yeah, I was getting into mullet territory. Okay, we're going to go on the road. See. Make decent time. Well, I traveled by public transit from where I live in Toronto down into the Chinatown area because I had heard, and it was true, you can get a decent haircut. If you have a relatively simple haircut you need done, for $15. In my neighborhood, more downtown core, the going rate is around 50. 50. It's like, you know what? There's nothing special about my hair. And let's face it, I don't have as much as I did when I was younger. So I really don't see the point of spending $50 for a haircut. So 15. I was so happy with the haircut and to finally be rid of all the extra weight, the bulk in the back, that I just gave him a full 20 and said, hey, keep it. Now I look somewhat presentable. But yeah, it was getting so long that it was harder and harder to manage the hair. It was reaching a turning point. If it went any longer, then I would need to, then it would basically start getting into, I just have to care for it in a completely different way. I was like, more work trying to style like long hair. I see any bones in there, so we might be fine. Yeah, the good news is we got a fair bit of gear, not as much as we had hoped out of the plane crash. So, looking a little bit warmer. Like at plus 12, finally. Double digits. Ooh. What else is new? Wednesday, I taught my first intro to programming for absolute beginners using Python workshop, which was based on material. Like the overall workshop was essentially the one developed by two other librarians, and I just kind of updated a couple things and ran with it. Part 2 is on Monday, so Monday I get to teach the second half of it, all online. Yeah, I mean, I think so. We had 25 people, I think, register. 12 showed up, which is about right for an online class. You typically get about 50%. And for the Monday class, I think last I checked we had 18 registered, so we'll probably get 9. So it's pretty good. A wolf or a cougar? Leave me alone, buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that's, it's trouble. That's what that is. Looks and moves differently from other things. Just go this way, huh? Okay, we're just going to come down here. Away from anything else that's up there. There's a deep sea Cthulhu game, not quite Subnautica. Does it look good? The Cosmic Abyss. Oh, there's bridge. There's a bridge over there too. Which bridge is the right bridge? Oh, we were just looking for a place just like this. I'd heard about that one too. Yeah. Old Disco Elysium style. I need to figure out
Perfect.
a schedule so I can actually go back and working on some Twine games. I think if I'm running games on Tuesday and Thursday, and I am playing the game on Saturday, and I've been streaming.
I can barely walk with it.
On Sunday, Wednesday, and usually Friday or Saturday. We might make it Saturday. I think Friday, I think, is usually pretty chill. Like if I've tried to stream on Fridays, I usually don't get that many people showing up. So I'm wondering if I should instead spend Friday working on creative projects if I don't have like some other event or thing I'm doing. Yeah, it's time we finish that game. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know if I'll... Yeah, I have to figure out, like, if I want to stream. Because the thing about working on The Long Dark is... The working on The Long Dark is the least exciting part of it. It's the playthrough that's more interesting for people. At least I think that's usually the case. People would rather see me do some playthroughs and show off what I've been doing. I don't know. Maybe people will want to see me, like, come up with solutions for how to code things. But I kind of want to put in some hours off stream, Yeah. So I don't know. So it could be Friday. The other option would be to I don't know what the other option would be. Like, I'm really limited in terms of when I can do like a daytime stream. It's usually like there's slim chance I could do it on a Sunday. Well, we have 3 matches. 3 boxes of matches. Anyone can winter mute. Yeah. Ooh, this is not good.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, emergency flare in case we need it. Yeah, maybe we want well fed. Maybe. Well fed is tempting for one particular reason, and that is we're carrying the ballistic vest, and it's heavy.
I can barely walk with this perfect.
We will probably end up having to ditch the ballistic vest in at some point, at least to I think go Timberwolf Mountain, Ash Canyon. Probably leave the vest behind because of the climbing. And the fact that you want to move quickly. Oh, more matches, another flare. Making up for a really tough stretch at the beginning.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry. is coming.
Okay. Eesh. Oh, weather. Uh-oh. Comes the Aurora. Okay, folks. Good time for us to get inside. Tomorrow we'll hit the convenience store. And then get out of town.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, let's see here. Gonna do a quick little drop.
Oh, lucky day.
Oh, that is lucky.
I could use this. Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, we didn't go to the convenience store. The convenience store came to us. Oh, so many chips.
Well, this stuff will come in handy. I could use this.
That we lived above it. You know, I once had a dream that I moved to Vancouver and ended up living above a fish market. It's one of those dreams that I'm kind of grateful didn't come true because it would have stank. It would have smelled like fish all the time.
Thank you.
But it was a weird dream. I mean, it was kind of an industrial loft above, a marketplace, not a marketplace, but a regular storefront down below in the middle of Chinatown. It was interesting. It was an interesting premise, but it became a flea market.
Come on, little fire. Why didn't that work?
I don't know. Why didn't it? You tell me, Astrid. You tell me. This time we just use the book.
Come on, little fire. Wow, that didn't work.
It didn't work either.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Yep. Because my Thursday group did not meet this week, this means officially we're going to end up with a pretty, the split between the two groups' narratives is going to come sooner than I expected. Because they both ended up starting in the same village. They decided to tackle the same hook. So I was worried that I would end up getting confused by the similarities between the two storylines, but now there's going to be a lag, and they will, handle things very differently. So yeah, I don't think they're going to collide quite like that. Okay. They're super heavy. Okay. I forgot. I should have eaten the fish already. Yeah, I think we had the fish first. Okay. Oh, we did leave Keeper's Pass in a blizzard and made our first day travel in Pleasant Valley in a blizzard. It just wasn't cooperating. Yeah, that was a waste. Okay, we are officially on day 9, almost day 10. So, finish looting this place, and then
I'll take it.
get out of here. Did you note? Welcome in. We're actually getting ready to leave. Wrap up our stream and go raid someone else. We're just finishing a quick loop to this place. Yeah, how's it going for you? Yeah, we'll do some poetry here in a sec.
I think I can use this.
Finally, we're just getting on a streak for finding matches. Started off really rough. 3 days with no matches in Blackrock.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, we're gonna save here, read a poem, and then go find someone to read. Hey, thanks for using your Prime sub to us. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Shout out. I guess we need to go back to this one to see. Bring it up. Play it again. Yeah, doing fine. Doing fine. Nope, I guess no clip. Okay. So we're going to read a poem. And let's see what we get here. Okay, we can do that. This is a poem from the third unfinished book. No, actually, this is from the first book, actually. This is the end of Babbage's dream, or end of, let's see, The Lost Country of Sight. My first book of poetry, published by Anhinga Press in 2008. This won the Philip Levine Prize, which I'm very, very proud of. It was my first book, and kind of opened up a lot of doors. At the same time, it did not leave me wealthy and internationally famous. Not that I expected it to. It's poetry. But I was able to get these poems out, and that meant a lot to me. So this is entitled, I Dream My Father on the Shore. I dream my father on the shore, outside, beneath the light of late October's candled sky. The weave of ash and maple burns. We stand silent on the graveled shore. My father lifts his father's ashes from its urn, a strangely heavy thing, he seems to say, his arms swaying and casting out into the long dark, as if to throw a line, while we wait for some sound, a wave, whatever marks the distance between a father and a son. And when night comes, it comes without a tread, without a word, the stars flickering in their endless retreat, more distant and sure than before, do nothing, while the shadows continue to fill the trees with their cast-off clothes. The harvest is long past. The apples have fallen to the orchard floors. Even my father, turning to go, is almost lost to the reeds already in his path. His figure no more than a pattern of light, a memory of a road that winds through the darkness to our waiting ride home. So I wrote this poem partly inspired by a line from Wendell Berry, who's a famous American poet. He's a poet and a farmer and an essayist, and has a very famous poem called In the Country of Marriage. And there's a line in it, and the poem's dedicated to his wife, but there's a line in the poem that just really haunted me, and it was, "What I'm learning to give you is my death." You know, and so I dream my father on the shore as me imagining kind of in this dream, my father, with his father's ashes. And I kind of recreate this moment. It's altered from reality, but there are some things that are the same. You know, it is true that after his father passed away, he was cremated, and my father and his siblings went out to Vancouver Island, which was where my grandfather had lived for most of his life. And they had stood on the shore and had cast the ashes into the waters. But right at that moment, there was a big gust of wind, so some of the ashes just blew back into their faces, and it was a little comedic, a little comical in terms of how to play it out. But in this particular case, in the dream version of it, I imagine my father on the shore. He's holding his father's ashes. And there's that moment of casting out the ashes as far as he can, as if it also kind of captures the distance between a father and a son. And then echoes in that moment, you know, that my own sort of like, what is the relationship that I had with my father? Especially now my father is also gone. And so I think for me, the poem is really about, a lot of the book ends up being about the relationship between between my father and his father and me and my father, you know, and at the point in which we lose, you know, our fathers. Yeah. But it's also a poem that I think ends on a more hopeful note. That image, you know, even my father turning to go is almost lost to the reeds already in his path. This figure no more than a pattern of light, a memory of a road that winds through the darkness to our wedding ride home. So somehow, even in his fading or disappearing, you know, there is something that lingers behind, that harkens to this idea that there is a way home, something waiting for us to go home. So I think that's kind of where I wanted to go with the poem, and I was really happy with how it ended. And when I was assembling the manuscript, I got to the end of the manuscript. I was like, what poem goes here? And then I looked at this poem, and it's like, this is it. This is the poem that closes the collection. And so it was easy. It's interesting. This poem had started in a completely different form. I had gone to a writing residency, writing retreat, in which we'd been asked to write a ghazal, which is you know, a form that uses couplets where there's a lot of repetition, and each couplet is supposed to stand on its own, and yet at the same time there's a way in which they all tie together. And so I'd originally started writing it this way, but very quickly I realized the poem wanted to be something else. So I abandoned the couplet structure. I abandoned sort of the distance between the different elements, and I just embraced the fact that it wanted to be this particular poem. So there's not much left of that couplet structure in there. It's kind of just a ghost, you know, in there. But in my mind, in my memory, like what haunts that poem is what it could have been and what it ended up becoming instead, which in a way is kind of true to me and to, I think, most of us. You know, we're haunted by the memory of what we might have been or what our fathers were, and then who we ended up becoming instead. So, anyways, a little bit philosophical there. I got accused in our you know, earlier this afternoon in our D&D session. My character, who's a bard, I mean, it's totally normal, got a little philosophical, and the DM was like, okay, we kind of scaled that back a little bit. Tone that back a little bit. Got to get back to the storyline. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all, and we're going to go and read. We're going to go and hang out with someone else for a little bit. Let's see, who do we have up right now? Then I'm going to go to bed soon. Trip, Perfect Trip is up. Wow. QC Gaming doing Wintermute. I think a lot of people are probably doing Wintermute. Who can we hang out with? Sentient Ham doing Wintermute. Bloody Cactus is back up. Jolly Roger. I don't know. Let's visit Bloody Cactus. What's up with Bloody Cactus? Who has stepped away? Game is paused. Okay, well. Do we want to drop in on Perfect Trip? The thing with Perfect Trip is, well, always no mic, but Trip does respond in chat, so that's nice. So maybe we will. Yeah, never speaks. Okay. But very much if you... We'd be drowning, Chris. Okay, so let's see here. Maybe we'll... I think since Bloody Cactus is AWOL, or AFK at least. Let me double check and see if Bloody Cactus is back yet. Oh, Bloody Cactus is coming back. Okay, so I think we'll go hang out with someone that's talking. Trip is wonderful to watch if you want to learn a lot about the game, but I think okay, so we'll do Bloody Cactus here in a little bit. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be back probably tomorrow night, I think. We'll see.